All right, all right. What's going on, Ancient 8 family? Welcome to the Ancient 8 live stream space. We have something brand new for you guys, a new type of content that we're really excited to bring to the whole community. So today we're going to be combining a typical AMA live stream discussion, but we're going to be doing this discussion live with our guests as well with a few members from the community and from the team. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing win to earn in Web3 gaming. And we're excited to introduce you to our first guest of the series, which is Mixmob Racer 1, a very innovative new gaming experience with a mission to redefine what it means to win and earn in Web3 gaming. So for those of you guys who aren't familiar, Mixmob Racer 1 isn't just a game. It's a heart-pounding experience that combines the thrill of high-speed racing and strategic brilliance. Picture a world where players compete in tournaments, not just for glory, but to save humanity from the rogue AI Helix 9. Imagine unleashing the power of masks and mixed bots designed by the brilliant minds behind gaming legends like Halo, FIFA, and Nintendo. But that's not all. We've also got some rewards waiting for you guys. During this AMA, you have the chance to win a share of a $50 prize pool. All you need to do is share a question in the YouTube chat because we will be selecting 5 questions to reward a prize of 10 BUSD each. So make sure you drop some great questions in the YouTube chat, and please be sure to include your MetaMask wallet address so that we can send you guys over the rewards. Please be mindful. We will never ask you guys for your seed phrase. So be aware out there and stay safe, my friends. All right. So without any further ado, joining us today from the team, first and foremost, we have from the Ancient 8 team, Zyric joining us. What's going on, brother Zyric?
Hey guys, what's up? What's poppin'?
Good to
This
see
is
you. Good to
Eric.
see you, my man. We'll get into introductions in just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the next guest joining us from the team. We also have Willis, who is also another content creator from the Ancient 8 team. Willis, can you hear us, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on? What's going on, Willis? Thank you for joining us, man. All right. And also, lastly, from the Ancient 8 team, we have our BD manager, Mr. Ronald, joining us as well. What's going on, Ronald? Can you hear us?
Yeah, perfectly fine. Yeah.
Nice. Looking
Thanks.
good. I like the background, brother.
Yeah, it's our background, eh?
Yeah, man. You're going to have to share that one with me. I need that. All right, cool. And last but not least, joining us from the Mixmob team, it is Pavel. Thank you for joining us today, brother. How's it going, Pavel? Can you hear us?
Good evening. No, I'm doing good. I'm feeling nice. BTC is above 40K. We're all going to make it. I mean, what a way to start the week, huh?
Absolutely, man. Happy Uptrend Monday. I love it. I love it. All right. Let me, before we get into introductions, I'm going to go ahead and quickly pull up the chat here because the chat is going kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and see who's in the chat here with us. All right. We got some hellos coming in the chat. Web3 Gamer says hello. We have also, oh, I see you guys are in the chat as well. Let's go. Let's see who else we got here. Choi Gem says, can't wait. We got our boy Long is in the house. What's going on? Leo. All right, all right. We got some familiar faces out here. Willis, you got some fans out here as well. Awesome. So we'll keep the chat there live, guys. Let's go ahead and get into some intros. Let's go ahead and start with let's go in the same order that we brought you guys in on. We'll start with Zyric. Quick intros, and then we'll get into some fun questions.
Hi guys, this is Eric. I'm one of the content creators here at ANCIENT8, and I'm here located in the Philippines. I've been starting creating content since 2021, playing Web2 games, and then when I joined Ancient 8, that's the time that I started playing Web3 games, and it's a blast.
Let's go. My man has been playing Web3 games ever since. You can see him up and down the Twitter timeline. If you guys aren't following Zyrek already, make sure you guys go give him a follow. Also, go give Willis a follow. Go ahead and give us an intro, Willis.
Hey guys, it's Willis here. I'm Aussie-born Vietnamese, based here in Vietnam. Been playing a lot of Web2 games and getting into Web3 as well, and creating content. Checking out the big games, and also been getting into checking out Mixed Mob recently as well. And so happy to be on the stream with everyone today.
Awesome, awesome. I see we got our brother Andrew in the building. For those of you guys who've never met Andrew, this dude is such an awesome hustler. You'll see him at all the events all around Southeast Asia. Andrew, my brother, good to see you, man. Thank you for joining us in the stream. Awesome. Thanks, Willis. Let's go ahead and get a quick intro from Ron, our BD manager.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Thanks for inviting Justin. I'm Ronald, the BD manager here at ANCIENT8. What I do is I try to expand ANCIENT8 reach, which is already pretty high, to get into the Web3 space and also onboard partners. Pavel is one of our partners, Mixmob. And of course, I'm pretty excited to be here. Currently, I'm based in Hong Kong. I've been in here for the past 6.5 years. Very glad, very happy to be here. Looking forward.
Awesome, man. Ronald, thank you for joining us.
Lifelong gamer, yeah.
100%. Thank you for joining us today, man. We're excited to have some questions from your side as well. And none other than Pavel from Mixmob. Quick introduction as well, man. Thank you so much for joining us again, bro.
Yeah, so this is I'm Pavel, executive producer and co-founder of Mixmob. People always ask what executive producer role is. It's basically not doing day-to-day stuff. So executive producer, everybody's watched movies and the titles come up, or music, executive producer. So what we do is help raise the money, strategize, get some partners, give high-level feedback, and do everything not day-to-day. And I guess the nice benefit is when the game or project's going, I can be another set of eyes that's inside but outside. So it's after it's going on, I can see it and go, hey, no, fix this, fix that, or you guys missed this. So it works out really well that way. I'm calling in from Singapore. So we've got the whole Southeast Asia here, which is awesome because Ronald, I was in Hong Kong 2 weeks ago just for Solana Hacker House. Zyrek, I was in Manila just a week and a half ago for the Web3 Game Summit, talking at YGG, asked me to come down. Best crypto event I've been to in years, hands down. It was awesome. And then with Willis, some of our investors are from Vietnam and some of my friends. So got a connection to all you guys.
Yeah, man. Love that. And I love you, driving deep into the executive producer role. That's such a major key, man. Somebody that's watching everything that's progressing from a high level. You're not inside necessarily of the day-to-day operation, but that really allows you to take a look at the scope of the entire project and also be, very active within the Web3 community in general and have a finger on the heartbeat of what's going on in the space. I see you on Twitter on a regular basis. You see what's going on, you see what's hot, you see what's not, and that's all really, really important when it comes to really knowing what people want to see in the space. Speaking of people in the space that are hot, I see we got Mr. George in the meta joining us over here from games.gg, our good friends over there at Games. What's going on, George? Great to see you, brother. At any moment, if you want to come hop on, George, you let us know. We'll shoot you over the link. You can come join us on the chat as well, brother. Would love to have you. But nonetheless, thank you for joining us anyways in the chat. Cool, man. Well, I'm really excited to get on this topic, win to earn in Web3 gaming. I think we all kind of knew at the onslaught of Web3 gaming that this was going to be the direction at some point or another, right? We had to get here. We had to get to a model in this space where it couldn't be something where everybody in the space could win, right? That might sound horrible to some people, but anybody that's competitive, anybody that's a true gamer at heart, I think understands that in every sport and in every level of competition, there's winners and there's losers, and that's what really truly makes a competitive sport. And I think stakes on the table makes things a lot more interesting for everyone involved, right? It brings a whole new level of engagement to the space, and it's what gaming has always been in some form or another. And we're truly getting back to it again in its form. So I'm excited to dive deeper into how you guys at Mixmob are doing Win to Earn, because there's kind of multiple mechanics that you guys have that allow people to participate in Win to Earn. So looking forward to jumping into that, and then also getting some feedback from our content creator team and even from our BD in terms of what are you guys seeing in the space in terms of Win to Earn? What are you most excited about? What do you think we need to be paying attention to? So let's jump into all of that, guys. And I would also love for you guys in the chat to also let us know like what you think about the current space and why you think Win to Earn is either a good idea or not a good idea. Be very very vigilant in sharing your thoughts. We'd love to bring some of your questions right up on screen, and let's go ahead and jump into it. What does George say here? George says, I tuned in last week and was rugged. We did it to you on purpose, George. I want to let you know now that you're here and you made it. We scheduled it just so that we could rug you, man. That was the plan from the beginning. No, I'm just messing with you, brother. I'm glad you're here now. You made it, brother. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our first question, Pavel. So actually, before we jump into our first question, go ahead and give us the rundown, brief introduction of Mixmob for any new people here that aren't familiar with the game, and tell us how together we are going to hashtag flip Web2, because that's the goal.
Yeah. So there's two things there. So first is Mixmob. Best way to describe it, the first game. Let's go right into the game. Yeah, there's a story or the game. Should I start with the story, the high level story, or go right into?
Yeah, no, give us the high level story. Yeah, for sure.
Now, this isn't because AI became popular. It was 2 years ago the team decided that in the lore of Mixmob, what happens is we have an enemy AI called Helix 9 that has become sentient, basically self-aware, runs the world. Think of Skynet from Terminator 2. Becomes aware and decides, I'm going to delete the entire culture of the world and make everybody into basically drones and dummies about us. So right before he hits the great delete, we call it, a high level of crypto hackers get wind of this, say, okay, we're going to take all the culture out there, movies, music, video games, architecture, books, turn them into NFTs, and then disperse them into the dark web. The great delete happens. This group goes underground. They emerge and create their own crew called the Mixmob, and their whole goal is to remix the world in the new game. So that's a high-level story. Now, when it comes to the first game, Mixmob Racer 1 was the Mixmob needs to go battle against this Helix 9. They need their robots. They make these Mixbots, and the best way to do it is train them up in their own racing community and have these professional esport races, which acts as a disguise to Helix 9 because it's still wondering and watching, hey, what's going on there? But hey, they're just races. I'll just leave it alone. But really, we're training the robots for a future battle against him. So it's very much, if you look at the whole world of Mixmob like Star Wars, and you had the pod racing happening in episode 1, this game is like basically the pod racing game.
Love it, bro. Yeah, and I really one thing I really love about what you guys are doing is the IP that you're building around Mixmob as well. For those of you guys who haven't had a chance to check out the game, just to let you know, we are going to try to run a couple games at the end of this chat here, so do stick around. Whether you played the game or not, stick around because we're going to run a couple games so you guys will get a good look at the gameplay itself. But also the IP around Mixmob is really beautiful. I'll probably pull something up in a second as well to show a little bit of the site and what you guys are working with there. But when you look at the brand, it kind of feels like street culture. It feels like racing culture. But it has this futuristic cyberpunk energy as well. So there's a lot of different elements that are like really making it something interesting that I don't think we've seen in the space of gaming and just in general. So really love the direction that you guys are going with the lore and tying in the IP and the branding as well.
So now we got to talk about the game, high level.
Jump in there.
Okay, so the best way to describe it is everybody here's played Mario Kart, right? And we're like,
Yep.
this is awesome, I love it. But how much better would it be if I can wager in it and do DeFi degen shit?
Yeah,
That's how we describe it. It's basically
100%.
high level. It's Mario Kart with mixed with Magic the Gathering because it's racing with card strategy. But
Right.
throw real time real money gaming into it and DeFi, and you have a lot of fun. And the funny thing is, just touching back on what you said, is what got it. So a year ago, when we released alpha version 2 in September 2022 at Token 29, people were playing it, and the first thing that they're coming back, and this was just over a year ago, was, "Can I bet on this?" Like that's when you knew like this. So
and that was before the mechanism was in place.
Before the mechanism was in place. So when you're saying,
interesting.
So it's just funny that you said that, hey, we knew we would get here and we're getting there. And that's a sign right there. That was the first thing. This game is fun, but can I bet on it? How can I win money? That was a telltale sign.
Love it. Love it. So you literally took the feedback that was coming at you when people were game testing, and you decided to iterate and add the mechanics that basically people saw as like, this should be a mechanic within the game.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. So the people were basically telling you what they wanted. You guys just went ahead and implemented. Love to see it. Naim, what's going on, brother? Naim from Bryson's community, man. Great to see you. A real Web3 gamer from the OG days in the Axie community as well. Thank you for joining us, brother. Andrew says, what can I win? Andrew, there's a lot to win here. Maybe I'll let you go ahead and jump right back in there, Pavel. What can Andrew win?
So what's awesome is, so the game is designed for, so we have three types of players: the gamer, the gambler, the degen. That's how it goes. So the gamer, you enter the game and you enter an arena. We call them turbo arenas. So that's step one. Think of it as, but to play, to get money, it's an ante. It's like entering a poker table. Hey, if you want to play in this match, in this game, you better pony up, throw some money in there. Now, every time you win a race, money comes back to you, right? So you're earning. So very much like, hey, I'm leveling up, I'm getting money. Now, in a certain turbo arena, depending on it is, let's say you're in the hero arena, you can win 5 times or lose twice. So every time you win, you get money. If you win 3 times, but then you lose 2 in a row, you got to leave. You busted out of the table. You're going to ante up again. You win 5 before the 2 was out. Boom! You all of a sudden get like, it could be anywhere from 3 to 5x your money. Now you got now the other arenas have different modes. So let's say the degen arena is higher entry fee, but the payout is like 20x. But you can only lose, if you lose once, you're out. Like that's it. You got to win all 5 in a row.
The stakes are super high. You got to really be a pro. Yeah. Not a pro, but you got to be risk averse at that point, right? You're putting it all on the line. 5 games. Yeah,
but you win, even if you win 1, you're getting money back, right? You don't have to win all. 5 is just when you max out. So that's step 1. So now step 2 is, there's betting pools. So if you're a gambler, let's say Zyrek and Willis are playing, and I'm not a gamer. I'm like, screw it. This thing's fun. I can load up my phone. I can bet on these guys. I bet on that to win money. Now, Justin, if Zyrek's the one who's racing and the betting pool is, let's say, $100, all of a sudden $5, he gets a cut. He wins a race, he gets a cut of that betting pool. So $5. So he's incentivized to win because he's getting part of the betting pool too. 95% goes back to the winners. The bettors. 5% goes to the winner of that race. So that's 2 ways. Now the bettor can earn, the gambler can earn, and the gamer's got a second revenue. So now he's played for a couple hours. He's got, let's say, $100. I want to go stake this thing. What am I supposed to do? I can cash it out, but I like playing the hero arena. Zyrek's like, I'm going to put $100 into. I'm going to put it all into there. Now all the rake. Basically, it's like he's getting ownership of the poker table. The revenue that's coming in, the rake that's coming into the hero arena, the stakers get a portion of that, which is fantastic. So
so the stakers are incentivized through this part, right?
Because they're getting money. So that's 3. Now we create a meta game on top of it for level 4. Is Willis and Zyrek are in 2. One's in the hero arena, one's in degen. They get their referral codes. They're both competing to get Justin to get you to play, but they don't just want you to play Mixmob. They want you to play in the arena that they stake in because that's where they get money from. So we turn our stakers
Okay.
into our customer, getting customer acquisition.
Got you. So there's actual incentive for them to go out and onboard new players into the specific arena that they have
Yeah.
the stake in. Interesting.
But now also check this. Now the DeFi person, the yields on those arenas. So if we open up a new arena, let's say the ANCIENT8 arena, it's a brand new one that comes in. It's not gonna have that many players, player liquidity. So for us to drive new players there, we're like, you know what? Dynamically adjust the yield so the ancient arena pays out a higher yield to the stakers. So they're incentivized to come play and stake in there. So all the arenas are then competing against each other, because
I
then
see.
the other ones will lower their yield. The ANCIENT8, a brand new one, will be higher, and it'll bring in more players until there's equilibrium. But if you're a DeFi person, a new one's coming up or whatever, you're going to try to front run, get in there, do whatever you can to maximize the yield before the next one. So instead of DeFi, basically you turn your racing into farming pools. But you create a competition.
Exactly.
So that's the whole model of the gaming aspect, the wagering aspect, winning money aspect, and then the DeFi aspect.
This is really interesting because you guys are really bringing in the ability to have a game for every persona of potential player that could be out there. So the hardcore gamer that's got the skill set to win on the track. You're incentivizing people that may be more of just the betting player type. Then there's kind of the quote unquote entrepreneur, Web3 entrepreneur prototype, right? They want to have tracks and arenas, staking pools that they're playing within. So there's really a kind of a touch point for every type of player persona to participate in the game. So let's talk about a little bit then about the earnings. What are players earning in terms of what is the token mechanism within the game ecosystem?
So tokens got a couple forms. So there's a 2-token system. Right now, there's only one out. Our token launch is happening soon. Keep watching Mixmob Twitter, join our Discord to find the latest. Over the next few weeks, you're going to hear more and more. So for the past few months, we've just been testing all our models out, saying, how does it work? How's it balancing? What do people want to do with it? All that. So the in-game token is called SUDS. So look at that just like as Roblox or V-Bucks in Fortnite. You buy those, you use those to compete, you use those to enter the arenas, do everything. But now to get the cooler stuff and to cash out, you swap that out for MXM, which is our main token, the Mixmob token. And that is the governance token that allows you to get the referral fees, to stake it. So you're part of the, supporting the gameplay in the turbo arenas. And that one is really cool because it's going to be a true governance token in the sense that, who cares about governance of a DeFi pool, liquidity pool, or something like, hey, I can add this. I want to vote to do this. Ours is, all right, we're running the MXM league. So that's our esports league. So you get governance over this. So it's like, if I watch F1 or NBA, I'd love to have a stake of it and have to be able to say something. So in our esports league, if we decide that, hey, we're going to decide that, like right now, it's, let's say, skill to win, right? All the skill play, there's no advantages. If all the people say, hey, we want to pay to win, where if you get a mixed spot and it's dope and I want to pay more for power-ups and everything, and just like F1 style, like I'll just pay the most for it.
Yeah.
Maybe the people just decide that we want to vote for another league that's just for that. How many teams are in each league? How's that? So we want true governance of just having a blast of not just the money earnings that you can win, but also running how this league operates and grows. Because on the technical level, we don't need the help. We don't need them pitching like add this or game features. We watch that all the time. Have the gamers have real stake in, hey, let's build this league out. If we decide that one year, let's say it's 2024, and then like we're gonna do a world championship live tournament somewhere. Should it be in Singapore? Should it be in Hong Kong? Should it be in the Philippines? Should it be in Hanoi? Let the people vote for it, right? And we're like, that's where we go.
So this type of voting is happening through more of like the DAO mechanism, right? Holders of the tokens will have the stronger voting power. You're going to let the stronger community members or the most active community members and players be the one to decide on these things.
That's right.
Yeah, 100% makes a ton of sense, and I think it adds a lot of additional stake in the game for people that really want to have a say in these type of decisions within the game economy. So that's really interesting. I want to throw it over to some of the content creator guys here, and ask you guys, like, what is your opinion on when to earn in Web3 gaming? Is this the path that you guys are most bullish on? Do you think that this model is the way forward, or are there some concerns that you guys have? Anything that you want to throw out there? Maybe we can start with Zyric. What are your thoughts on when to earn, brother?
Um, for me, I think it's a pretty cool concept because it adds a whole new layer to gaming where you're not play for fun but also for rewards. So it's like leveling up your skills and wallet at the same time, because people love the idea of earning something while doing what they enjoy. So for me, I love playing games. So it would be fun if I earning from what I'm doing right now. And I remember back in the day, my mom's classic line was, "You can make a living playing games." But little did she know that I'd be here today saying, "Guess what, mom? The times they're changing. I'm making living playing games."
Mm. You can send mom the link to this video, the replay. She can watch it and see what's going on. Willis, what are your thoughts? What kind of mechanics do you find are more interesting within the mixed mob world here? Some of the different ways to play within the mixed mob universe. What do you find interesting?
Yeah, so for the whole Web3, like I love owning assets and being able to earn with my assets. What's unique about Mixmob is the whole bidding mechanism, which is something that I don't see in other projects. And it's interesting, but at the same time, for me, it is a concern for me because I love to earn, but I hate to lose money in any game. So yeah, losing is like if I lose a game, but if I didn't lose earnings, yeah, that's something that's really tricky for me. So losing a game is fine, but if I lost earnings during a game, that hurts me so much. So that's where mixed mob is different, where you have the betting mechanism, and I find that very unique. But for me, I think I would definitely be a degen because I don't trust my skills in the game, but I would definitely be staking the tokens. Not financial advice, but that's what I would do. I would definitely be a degen and staker in the game because I don't trust my skills just yet.
You sound like me, bro. You sound like me.
Yeah.
The guys that are less skillful but more strategic. I got you. We have a different player persona for sure. I'm on that side as well. But what I would say is that I really love to watch sports, and I'm the kind of guy to bet on a game to make it more interesting to watch. Because if not, I'm kind of like, what are we doing here? I don't have any stake in the game. I don't want to watch just to be like entertained, if that's what we're calling entertainment. I want to feel something. I want to feel that pull. I'd almost rather feel the feeling of the loss in that sense than just watching just to participate. So totally get that. Curious on your side, Ronald. What are your thoughts there? What type of mechanics within the ecosystem do you find interesting?
Well, I mean, win to earn models. Well, that's not just win to earn. I've heard of a lot of like these terms recently: play to earn, move to earn, watch to earn, and whatnot. So
when
win to
sleep
earn
to
models.
earn. We're all
Sleep to earn,
wondering.
yeah.
We're all wondering.
Yeah, when is that coming? Dream to earn, eat to earn.
100%.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, these are crucial to, I mean, realizing the potential of Web3 gaming. On a serious note, of course, they align incentive through ownership, but some evolution is still required for mainstream appeal, I would say. I do like the model of mixed mob. So I wouldn't be the degen here. I would be the one who is being staked down. So I'll be the one playing, and I want people to bet on me. I'm not a professional racer, to be honest. I mean, I've played other genres when I was young. But yeah, I'm definitely. I started racing when I was very young. I think it was NFS, the first racing game that I played, and I also played some Formula One before. But yeah, the positives are clear. This win to earn creates new values streams for players investing time or money, whatever, both casuals and for pros. The ability to truly own and also monetize in-game assets as NFT changes how users perceive that effort when rewards have real worth. And of course, these incentive builds to craft sustainable economies, underpinning those enjoyments. So, yeah, I think win to earn is one of the essential pillars, upholding Web3 gaming overall, and of course, the meaning of real ownership. But yeah, the long-term winners, they will evolve these tokenized incentives to enhance enjoyment rather than just detract from it. I do want to say something about what Zyric said. Of course, it's about those days are gone, mate. Like when parents used to think that you're just wasting your time, playing games. Right now, I think your mom must be proud of you. I want to say it on cam, like live. Yeah, you're a star of Ancient8, and mom has to be proud of you, mate. Yeah.
100%.
So yeah, lots of love to your mom and to you as well.
Awesome.
Thank you for making this guy. All right, so we got a good question here from Web3 Gamer. She says, how about if you don't have money but still want to stake? How might that be possible, if possible at all?
Oh, it's easily done, right? If you enter Mixmob and you start earning suds, there's a variety of ways even now. Like you come in, you proof of work, right? You tweet, you refer, you're adding people on. There's all these different mechanics to start earning suds right now, the in-game token. Then if you're playing games and we're doing drops, like, hey, you win a bunch, here's a competition, come to nights like game nights, you can win. So there's all these different ways that even if you have nothing to enter with, that you can actually earn these suds. Then what you do is you take those suds and you swap them to the MXM, and then you can stake those. So you won't get them free. You got to do some type of work, but there is ways to do it if you've got no money.
And that right there is the magic of Web3, man. Participate, get in the action, and there's opportunity. That's really what it comes down to. You just got to be looking for it.
Related to that, I gotta say something. This is funny because so all our game team, right? Like I've been in crypto since 2016, full time. Before that, I used to run studios for Disney, work with Xbox, Electronic Arts, Activision, everybody. Then took a break and got back into gaming 2 years ago with the Mixmob team. And they all came from like top-notch studios, as you mentioned before. After 3 months, the first version of Mixmob was done, and we released it just to our Discord community to come play. And the community was already built up there from our NFT sale, all that. And we're laughing that power of Web3 is if they worked at EA and built a version of the game and said, hey, we're just going to launch it publicly to the community and have them do our QA and give us feedback, they'd be like, F no, like, you are not going to do that. Are you insane? You don't let them do that. Like,
right.
But in crypto,
it wouldn't be possible, right?
No, never. It'll never get past legal. No one's going to approve it. But in crypto, it's like, yeah, just put it out there to the community, let them do it. And you know how much time you save? And they're like, wait, imagine telling them, oh yeah, and our devs will be on Discord and chatting with the community at the same time while they're working. They'd be like, never. You're fired. You're fired for suggesting this.
Not in a million years. Not in that world. That's 100% true.
Yeah. So it's awesome in that sense. I just want to touch on because you're saying the power of Web3. Sorry to distract.
100%. No, and I'm going to distract again over here with Andrew's comment. He said, slammed Devon. I don't know if the name is ANCIENT8. 2 touchdowns this weekend. I did see that for the Miami Dolphins. Let's go Dolphins. We've been bad for so long. It's amazing to finally see us winning some games. But there you go. There's Andrew. He's placing some bets on some players. He needed to see some catches in order to earn something, and boom, he got it done. So Andrew he's clearly showing his player type, right? He wants to bet on the horses and see if he can win the results. So it's happening in pro sports. Why would it not be happening in Web3 gaming? We have the mechanisms to do it. There's an appetite of players that want these type of mechanisms to exist in the space. You got players that want to be the racehorse in the game. So it's just all the parties are there. They're asking for it. You guys are bringing it to them and building it. So we love to see it. We got some questions popping up in here. I think we'll bring this next one up from Jacob. Jacob says, games are usually enjoyed by everyone. except doofaces. What unique strategy does Mixmob have to attract Web2 and non-crypto gamers to the project?
So this
Question,
is funny.
Jacob.
It touches on something you said earlier. Now, theoretically, the game is designed that anybody can pick up and play. It's card strategy racing. Open it up, start playing. It feels natural, intuitive. My kids play it. It can be done. But we're not one of those that during this bear market said, hey, they started as Web3, but we're actually Web 2.5, and we're actually Web 2. No, we didn't do that. We're like, fuck that shit. It's like, you guys, you want to do Web 2? Gladly, go for it. You know how many thousands of studios there are of 2 people? That's why Unity exists.
100%.
Right? Doesn't mean you could cut out and do that. Go compete with everybody out there. So it touches into our goal of the Flip Web 2 campaign. So the Flip Web 2 is basically flip off Web 2. Now, why that comes is, so here's 3 things, because I came from the console days, right? It was, these games suck. This is a fad. I would never play these. That's not crypto. This is console gamers in 2010, because I was on the console side, what we said about mobile games. The exact same things. And what happened 3 years later? Mobile games opens up a new segment, brings a new whole audience in, and it flipped console gaming, right? To be equal. So our thing now is, instead of sitting there and being like all these weak ass studios for the last year who've been going, we're Web 2, we're Web 2, we're 2.5, pandering to them, we're like, screw them. We don't need it. They need us. This is where money is made. This is where you can do cooler stuff. It's not for everybody, but eventually you'll come. So it's basically to accept that we are Web 3, flip off Web 2, and also go with the whole thing of flipping. We will flip Web 2 because Web 3 will get bigger. And so it's a play on all those words, and that's like the campaign we're doing now to lead into it. So the game is simple enough to get Web 2, but we don't care about getting, we think there's enough players and the way propensity of people spending in crypto. Like, okay, here's an example. People will YOLO into a meme coin for $400 or $500 or an NFT for that just to see if it goes.
Yep.
That's $500 US is the price of the latest PlayStation.
100%.
So the
and
audience,
they'll just ape in.
So the audience is way different and will spend more and do that. So why not cater to that than try to go for the thousands of studios that are trying to make these Web 2 games? And that's how we see it.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. Like you said, the appetite has already been shown to be there because we've already seen it happening in the space, right? So it clearly shows that user does already exist in the space. And I love that. Flip Web 2 is something like the whole community can get behind, right? Because it's like the NFT culture, right? We're always like watching projects compete against each other, and they're so proud when they flip that next big project. How proud is Web3 going to be when we flip Web2 and it's not cool to dunk on Web3 games anymore? And it's kind of only fun to dunk on Web2 games at that point in most cases.
The funny thing about that is, but we don't care if they dunk on it or say stuff.
Right, 100%.
It's like when people just, I'm a 90s kid, right? So I grew up in the era as hip hop was coming. We didn't care what people said about it. Eventually, hip hop took over the world, right? So that's the fact, is that you don't have to care. The thing that irritates me the most about these studios is that they just pander and just raise some money, couldn't make it in crypto, and now they're just all pivoting to like, well, we're actually Web 2, or I'm going to build maps on Roblox. Like, that is so weak, right?
Yep, not sticking to their guns, man. That shows the weakness in belief, right? But the real builders are here to do something innovative, do something we haven't seen yet. So that's one thing I'm a big fan of in terms of what you guys are building. Curious if Naim has any questions for us. Naim, if you got a question, man, please do throw it out in the chat. Anything you'd like to hear Pavel cover. Naim says, ignore the buzz, keep building, man. That is the way. Naim has been here, real OG. He's been in the building for a long time, man. So we know he's about that life for sure. Boys, any questions, any interesting questions that you guys have for Pavel? Anything regarding any of the mechanics, anything interesting you guys want to throw out there? Please interrupt me and feel free to throw out any questions out there, or get the wheels turning and think about one if you got one. Something else I want to touch on, Pavel, in terms of win to earn. Tell us about the tournament ecosystem. What do you guys have in the plans in terms of allowing players to be able to win to earn via the tournament route within Mixmob?
And so we just tested. I mean, this is the kudos to Simon, CEO of Mixmob, and the rest of the and the whole production team. They're always building in public. Even the first version was a full base game. Might not have been balanced, might have been buggy, but at least they released a game with a track, and all it's been is just iterate, balance it out for all this time, right? And so for the year, they were just running their own term. We called it season 0. So before we do the first season of Mixmob, let's do season 0. There are weekly competitions done. You rack up points, get better, do that, and then in mid-October, they did the season 0 World Championship called World Clash, and then we gave more money there and a big giveaway. So now we're just getting ready for next year, where we'll do season 1, and then there'll always be seasons that'll have certain MXM that is given away as prizes. People earn week by week, or esports style, like different schedules, and then it'll always pay off with the win. So you can win on a daily of playing general ones, or you can enter the leagues and the tournaments and win it from there as well.
Got it. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's such a huge part as well in terms of the full win to earn ecosystem in Web3. Like tournaments is also being totally revolutionized now that we have on-chain mechanics that allow, players to play and automatically be able to receive payouts from tournaments permissionlessly. There's not these insane waiting periods anymore in the esports world. And also, you don't need to sign to a huge team in order to be able to have an opportunity to participate in a tournament and have a chance to win if you're a solid player. So love to see that. All right, we got some other questions popping up in here. Let's find another good one. If there's anything, by the way, Pavel, that you see popping up on the side of the screen that looks interesting to you that you want to answer, also feel free to pluck anything out there that looks interesting for you.
There was one around cheating that was really good.
Okay, let's see if we can can ping that one.
Yeah, it was like, what kind of cheating protections? And this was really good. Like our team, some of them worked on Poker Stars and other competitive
games. Maybe it's this one here. How secure is Mixmob? What security audits? Is it this one?
No, it's not that one.
Okay. Let's see what else we got here for cheating. Oh, okay, maybe this one here from cheating.
Yeah, that's right.
Anti-cheating, cool.
So, I mean, this is a big thing. So one part is the benefit of blockchain is wins are wins, losses are losses. It's on chain, right? So if I enter in, if I'm betting and Willis, it says that he's got, 40 games, 100 games played, 80 wins, 20 losses. And Zyrek is like 40 wins, but he's on an 8-game winning streak. I can be assured that these are actually done, right? Because it's all the results are recorded on chain. So that's a big thing if you're a gambler, right? That's not there. Person who wins, they get paid out right away. They go there. And then you also have our team is always, cheaters always going to try to do it. So
100%.
And one of the reasons that you launch and keep releasing the game over and over again is start figuring out where are the weak spots, where are people cheating, where will they cheat in the future potentially. And so we do it on the technical side and then on the human side of just watching behavior and trying to figure it out with each version that's released.
Yeah.
And sorry, another one is, I mean, this is crypto. People in the community, when they found like somebody found a weak spot in it like months ago where they could get more suds in a certain way. They figured it out, gave it to us. We rewarded them with a prize. So you do bounties and things like Web2 gaming would never do these things. You know what I mean?
Would never. Yeah. And that's such a dope community member that they're willing to take the bounty opportunity over like potentially just trying to find a way to screw over the game and maybe not even making out with anything, depending on, how things played out. So W community member on that end as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Chidi, I don't know how to pronounce his name. We'll call you Samuel. Samuel, please also drop your wallet address here in the chat. We're going to have one of our mods to grab that so we can send over the rewards for having your question chosen. By the way, for those of you guys who just popped in and didn't know what we're doing tonight, we're going to be choosing good questions from the chat, and we're rewarding 5 people 10 BUSD each if your question is selected. So far, we've got 2 winners. We've got 3 more. So if you got an interesting question, throw it out in the chat, and you might just get chosen. Niam says, my question has already been answered in the Discord. Love to hear it, Niam. The Discord is active in Mixed Mob. The squad is always getting to it. I'm not surprised to hear that at all. Any other questions popping out to you? Do you guys see any questions, Rick, Ronald, anything that's interesting in the chat that you guys want to go off of? Oh, Ronald says, why didn't you choose my question, bro? Tell me the question, Ronald. You got the mic, man.
That's the question. Why didn't you choose my question?
Oh,
Come
the
on.
question is why didn't you? You absolutely rugging me, bro. That's what
no. I don't want to take that away from our viewers. So
all good.
Yeah.
You can't win the money anyway. You're too rich. Just let us know if you got your own question that you want to throw out there.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Let me think for a while.
All right, take your time. Take your time. Let's see. Anything else interesting in these comments? Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go with yours first.
I'm not sure how interesting this question is, to be honest, actually. So I'll let you spin it up first, if you got one.
One was around just the non-English speaking world. Like, how do we cater to that?
Okay.
And I mean, the game is just pick up and play, so anybody can do it. So it doesn't have any language barriers. If you're talking to anybody, it's all there. I think. I mean, as long as they can write English, they might not. A lot of people can write English, speak it, but when you do it online or in games, it's too fast and they don't catch on to it. So the game is strictly is just to pick up, play on your own. I'm on a train. I got 3 minutes. I can pick it up. I can understand game mechanics and play. Maybe later we'll do versions that can have localized, so that the translation of the local place can happen. But off the start, it will be English reading, but you don't need to speak or hear it at all.
Awesome. Yeah, that's obviously in our community a huge thing, as I would say around 40% or so of the Ancient8 community is Vietnamese speaking, but a lot of our communities, young Vietnamese, they do speak English pretty well already, which is great. It is a big part of their schooling here. Tan says, where is my question, Tan? All right, we're gonna look for your question, Tan. Let's see what Tan asked. I'm scrolling. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up Tan's question. How does Mixmob integrate gaming and crypto, and what advantages does it offer, such as asset ownership and revenue sharing? I think we can talk a little bit more about asset ownership and revenue sharing, because we did cover a lot of how SUDS and the crypto is integrated already into the game ecosystem. So maybe we could touch a little bit on the asset ownership side.
Yeah, so initially the main thing that's coming out now, and I believe Ancient8's going to be part of it, is the mix bots. So the mix bots in Mixmob they're basically your friend. Your R2D2, if you watch Big Hero 6, is Baymax. So your mix bot is your Tamagotchi, it's your Pokemon, it's your character that you go to battle with. Now, owning these mix bots, the first drop that's happening with our token launch, is what's special about them. It's like a Mario Kart character, but it's a robot, and the rarities are its racing abilities. So they're not just cosmetic. Like in Mario Kart, I'm a drifter. I like to drift. So if I use Bowser or Donkey Kong, right? It sucks.
Too.
They're too big. They're fast, but you can't do any drifting because they have shitty handling, right?
Yep.
So
no turning ratios.
Yeah. So same thing. So in the mix bots, when they drop, they're gonna have not only cosmetic traits, and they're made up with some cool stuff that you can trick out and all that, but racing traits that if you're a certain style of player and do certain things, like if you're more defensive, then you want this type of robot. So that's what's gonna be there. So that's gonna allow people, as they open them up or get them, want to trade because they're like, wait, I need the robot that's better for my style. And then because they want to be testing, they'll be accumulating, selling them off, trading around, swapping them. So that's stage one of asset ownership.
Yeah, love that. Love that. It's a big key in Web3, right? As Willis, I think, shared a little bit earlier, like asset ownership is really important in this space. I mean, it's always been important in collectibles and in gaming, but there was obviously always the limited capacity of what did it actually mean to own your characters in game, to own your skins in game. So now that we're seeing, Web3 create a whole new, usability, it's really enhancing the experience from every side, as well as aligning the players to be thinking long term in a lot of ways, with the game as well, because they feel connected to their assets, they feel bullish on the game, they feel bullish on the team, and it just incentivizes them that much more to hold on to those assets and participate kind of long term within the game, which is awesome to see. Two other people need to send us their wallet addresses. I think I saw Chitty dropped his. Also, and Danique also make sure to drop your wallet address. We've selected 4 questions already. So we got one more question we can choose from the chat here. Is there anything else sticking out to you, Pavel, that you want to answer? Something you want to make sure that the community is clear on? Anything interesting sticking out, just let us know. I'm going to scan through here again as well.
I mean, I've got one. If you've got one, go for it.
No, go for it, Pavel.
Okay, so one that just came on. How do you envision sustaining the tokenomics
Soothing
of your project? Yeah.
You have been selected. Awesome. We'll bring it up here.
So the team, like I said, they worked on Poker Stars and things like that. And it was all about how to create poker to be more fun and relatable. Because if you really do it, poker is a really boring game because you're folding 90% of the time, right?
So true.
And if you're doing an online game, they need to introduce certain things that gets people more active and doing that. So Simon took a lot of those learnings from Mixmob and the design team, and it was what we said. It's about creating a real economy of where does the money come from? How can we? You'll always have incentives to kick off anything, and incentives are in traditional gaming, they're in apps, they're in you go to Amazon, you go to even Apple Music. Like there's always incentives for everything, always been, even if you buy a record, right? So you have the incentive. Let's move that out. So the economy is, if people are playing, like I said, to really do well, just like a casino at the poker table, you have the economy, you have to ante up to get that to play. Have enough going there, you get the churn that's accumulating, right? And then once again, it goes to, okay, well, I've got this, give me more things to do. The bettors have something to do, as we said. The gamer, right? Like Zyrek or Willis, they're winning money from betting pools and they're winning from competition. They're not even risking it. They're just doing from their skills, right?
Right.
And once again, just to rehash, then you go into the staking. Well, why would I stake? Well, you're getting the revenues that's coming into the protocol, very much like an exchange or a DeFi protocol. We're getting the revenues through the rates, all the transaction fees that comes back into that specific one. So it's like, imagine like if Zyrek's a poker player and he's like, okay, I'm playing on there, but I can also own the table and get a percentage of that with my winnings, as opposed to cashing out and leaving the casino. And so
that's a whole other game. Yep.
Yeah. So we put in a lot of those sinks and faucets where it just keeps the economy going, and that should make it sustainable all the way through. And as you introduce new levels, new asset classes, and then maybe, let's say if this all works over the next year, the goal is add the next lore. What's the next game that's going to come in and transfer all the same assets, the same tokens, and then you got the next way of economy. So the goal, like when a white paper drops, people will love it because it's actually positioned like an academic white paper. So you'll have the light paper, which is nice and fun to read, but the white paper is like the Bitcoin, Ethereum style white paper is like, how do you build a real game economy? So this is the stuff that we've been thinking about for the last 2 years. Benefit of building in a bear and not launching a token.
Yes, sir. We've had time to see a lot of things play out. We've also had time to really see what the community is wanting, and we've had a lot of time to really kick around some good ideas amongst the Web3 gaming community here to find out what might be some of the things that we should focus on kind of moving into this next cycle, which is really exciting to see things starting to progress and showing that teams that have been focused on some of these mechanics this next cycle early on, at least in these last few weeks, we've been seeing there's an absolute appetite for it. There was, a lot of people saying during this bear cycle, it's just gameplay, make it fun, and that's it, and it will be a success. But what we're clearly seeing is the market wants what the market wants, and they want to speculate, and they want to play for airdrops, they want to play for whitelists, they want to bet to earn, they want to win to earn. So these mechanics are here, and Web3 is really empowering these things, and it's exciting to see. It's really exciting to see. Just curious here before we start to tie things up, because we are coming up on the hour mark here. Zyric, how were things looking with your mobile download there? Any chance we can stream a game or two?
Yeah, it's been loading a while. It's
really?
still loading on my end.
It's still loading on your side,
yeah.
huh?
What did you log in with?
After I installed the APK,
Yeah.
hold on, let me just close it out.
And just to be clear here, guys, a little bit of a server issue right now on the backside of the website. So we're just waiting that to get solved through. So we're trying to do a little bit of a mobile possible play here, but we're not sure yet if we'll get lucky.
So go with the Gmail. And if you just connect and go.
Niam asks, is the app up yet?
The app is currently in test flights on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. It's all getting optimized. If you come into our Discord, play, do stuff, you can get access to it. The game is playable. It's meant to be mobile. So desktop was good. So this is what the crazy thing. And that's why you guys should pay attention as we're getting up to our token launch. All our stats and everything that's been going has been on the desktop. The desktop is an inferior version to mobile because this game was made for Latin America, Asia. Pick up on your phone. Like when I was at the MGS, the Web3 Game Summit 2 weeks ago, I just show up, all our players, our community there, and Paulitz is here listening, representing, and he just had the game. We had a bunch of cosplay people, and they're just handing it out on their phones and letting people play right away. So it's meant to be mobile, and that now all we're doing in the final stages. And so early 2024, we'll have it fully released there. And so all our stats are going to skyrocket once that's there.
100%, especially here in Asia, man. Like one thing I love about Vietnam, I'm not sure, Pavel, if you've had a chance to travel to Vietnam yet, but oh, you have. Okay. So when you go to the coffee shops here in Vietnam, like all you see is the young kids gathered together in like a circle on a mobile game, like jumping in there, playing games together. Like mobile is going insane in the Asia region, especially. Like I know a lot of people already know that, but like when you're in Asia and you see it on a day-to-day basis, like you see the youth here, they're like really in their mobile games, man. So it's such a huge opportunity in the space, especially for something really innovative like what Web3 is offering, and the opportunity for players to be able to pick up and jump in, from anywhere with their phone is such a game changer. So really looking forward to it.
Check this out.
Jump in there.
Paulitz, our community, he said Zyric saw us and he took a photo with their cosplayers there at.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture on Twitter.
But here's some alpha for everybody listening here. Do not follow VCs when they talk about games. This was the best event. They've all been saying for years, we understand gaming, we're there. They don't. And in Manila was the best conference I've seen in years. So much fun. It reminded me of 2017 crypto. It was all gamers after that community. And the Philippines community is the biggest early adopters of these games. Only a single VC had sent one person there. If they're so smart and into this stuff, how come none of them were there? They just move on to the next thing. So follow the gamers, follow the content streamers for alpha, listen to the ancient eights of the world who are actually in it. Do not pay attention to institutional investors. I'll tell you that.
Man, they showed their hand on that one. That's for
Yeah,
sure. If you watch closely in this space, man, the people, the ones that aren't really about this space, they will show themselves for sure, whether they mean to or not. Awesome. So, Zyrek, how you looking over there?
Yeah, it still says player login and still loading on my end. I
you know
click
what?
Google.
What I would do is close it and open it up again, and it should be fine.
Okay.
As you said, beta builds, right? In the App Store. This is what
100%.
happens.
So talking timeline, is there any rough estimate on timeline? Are you able to give us anything there in terms of mobile, what we might be looking
I
at in
said,
terms of timeline?
it will be in early 2024.
Early
But what
2024. Okay.
people should go, like, we're in the final stages. We want to focus on the token launch. And the best way to follow along is obviously Twitter, Discord, but if you go to our site, mixmob.io/flipweb2, they can see the chapters all unlocking, and they'll be really on top of what each person is doing all the way through. Like chapter 1, introducing it. Chapter 2, okay, this comes out. Chapter 3, when does a token drop? And they can just follow all along.
Got it. So you heard it here first, people. Make sure that you're following along there if you got your eyes on the mobile launch. Niam says Philippines #1 for Web3 gaming. I don't think it can be argued at this point, Niam. I don't think it can be argued right now. But what I will say is Vietnam is definitely in that top 5 race. Southeast Asia in general. This region is so bullish on gaming in general, but definitely bullish on crypto. In terms of purely blockchain adoption, Vietnam has been fluctuating, I think, between 1 and 2 for the past like 5 years in terms of like wallet adoption, on-chain adoption. But when it comes to gaming, Philippines for sure is still leading the charge, and we love that because the Philippines is such a great leader in Web3 gaming. Like they're so bullish on the culture and like so all about gaming, and Filipinos are so talented in so many different realms of entertainment that it doesn't surprise me at all that gaming is something that they're like laser focused on. Niam says, you got to fight me. You got to fight me if you're going to argue it. Facts. I don't want the smoke, Niam. I definitely don't. Awesome. Zyrek, how did that reset work for you?
Yeah, it's good to go.
Good to go?
I think I can share my screen now.
All right. We're going to get a game up here for you guys. We're going to test Zyrek. No pressure, bro, but if you don't win, we look horrible. So we're going to let Zyrek share his screen and show us what he can do here in a game or two.
You know, this stuff cracks me up. Just one comment while he's getting ready.
Yeah.
My daughter's boyfriend, her dad has a liquor company.
Okay.
And I was like, man, he must look at me like I'm an idiot. Like I'm just involved in video games, hanging out with you guys. Like this is what we do for business.
He has no idea how much fun it is.
No, but he might just look at it and it's like, yeah, my son's girlfriend's dad just like, look what we're doing. This is our business.
This is work. This is work right now.
Exactly.
We're on the clock, by the way.
They're all children compared to him.
We're literally here in the studio right now on the clock. I can't believe it. Sometimes I'm looking around like we're here at the ANCIENT8 office, and like when it hits like around 4 or 5 o'clock and things start to slow down, you look around the office, everybody's playing games. Like literally everybody's playing a different game. It's so funny. And I'm just like, this is what we do. This is what we do, man. I love it. Zyrek, I saw your screen pop up there for a second. I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know how to do that because my game catcher, I need to use OBS for my game to appear. So if I'm sharing my screen, it will be sharing the
whole
screen.
OBS screen, right?
Yeah,
that's all good. We can do it raw, right? Nobody cares about the OBS screen.
I don't care. Yeah.
Let's do it real raw and gritty, Zyrek. All good. Polis says, I love the Vietnam pros. Shout out to my friends Ngao Du and Milky Way. They've been smashing everyone in the leaderboards when they join. Yo, I've seen that. I've seen those names on the leaderboard. I recognize those bosses, man. All right, let's see what we got here, Z.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, let's go. We'll make it work, baby. Let's see how we want to set ourselves up here. Let's do like this.
Can I just do player versus bot?
Yeah, just do that. Keep it easy.
Run it.
Right now.
My favorite deck is this one, is Tyler.
Tell us why. Tell us why, Z.
Because there's a lot of like attack. There's a missile launcher, especially the one that will boost you. So I love this deck.
Let's go.
So the thing that is from the new build is you can customize your own deck. So you can take cards from whichever and build your own, because that was the #1 requested feature for the last 3 months.
And timeline wise, when's that looking to drop?
Oh, I think it'll probably be there this week if it's not already.
Oh, sweet.
So if you're in there already playing, you can start customizing your deck.
There you go, boys and girls.
Yeah, I think someone from your team was telling me about it. Yeah, did you try? If I tried the new deck, because I posted a gameplay on Twitter.
Niam says he's been a victim to Milky Way for quite some time. We appreciate your honesty, Niam. We're not going to judge you. He's an absolute savage. I remember when we did the game night in our Discord. He was wrecking faces in there as well. Niam throwing some challenges out here. Get on the game with Zyric. He wants to see the race. All right, Z, we're ready to go when you are, mate.
Hold on, I think there's a problem with my game capture.
Is it not?
I'm now searching
it's already
match,
searching.
but still not showing on the screen.
Oh, is it lagging behind?
Yeah.
In the meantime, I wonder if the audience has seen our. Are we able to share screen and show like our trailer?
Yeah, 100%, Pavel. Let's throw that up while we let Zyric see if he can.
Let me see.
Square that one away.
Okay, I've got it up here. Oh, there it is. I gotta share a tab to do the audio. Hold on, I can find it. Don't worry.
Okay, let me know. Working with our community lead here to make sure that we get all the wallet addresses from the 5 different winners. Want to thank you guys for participating with the questions today. Really, really awesome questions. So congrats to our 5 winners there. We're going to get you guys your rewards sent over shortly here. So just be patient with us on that side. We appreciate you guys participating.
Okay, I hit share screen.
All right, I should be able to bring you up here. Let's see. Boom, there we go.
Okay, here it is. There you go.
Yo, fire, bro. Whoever is doing the production on the music is crazy. That's one thing I really love. Like when you enter the game now, like the song that's playing in the front of the website is so dope too. But I really like that track a
Well,
lot.
the song there is hilarious. So Simon and he did that video. In a couple of days, we needed something, and then in the morning, we needed to do the music. And this is the power of it. Just blows my mind, like the internet. Still, sorry guys, I'm just geeking out here.
No, go
Literally,
for it,
in like
bro.
in
That's
half
what
an hour,
we're
I was
here
like,
for.
I was like, which music? He's like, this. Okay, we need something. He goes, what should it be? This? I was like, no, it should be more trap style. It should be this. Literally on a site, we're doing it. We're testing out 5 different ones. He's like, these ones, this. Okay, I'm just gonna buy that one. And it's like in half an hour, we got in 1 hour. He had the video and we synced it up, took the song, bought it, had all rights, and it was done. Like, how
Done.
crazy is that? Like, this is production value stuff that you're doing it on the fly.
No, man, I love that. I love that. That's also something about like the speed of working with a team that has been there and done that. Man, you guys know how to like cut the fluff and just like
Yeah.
get things done. I love that. This is from Polis. He says, friends, if you're trying to play on PC right now, you probably won't be able to connect. This is because of a big maintenance that will occur later. So stay tuned for the patch notes and what's new. We just so happened to pick the day that there was going to be some maintenance. So we apologize from that from our side, but we'll definitely have you guys back on and we'll do like some hardcore gameplay. We also even plan on doing a lot more streaming ourselves here on YouTube and on Twitch as well. So would love to like collab with you guys a little bit down the line there to do some like co-streaming as well. One of the cool things about the platform that we use here called Restream, it allows us to connect from our side and we can connect on your side as well. So we can be live on our YouTube channel, be live on your YouTube channel, be live on both of our Twitches, like all at the same time. So a lot of room to do like a lot of fun kind of collaborative streams. So if that's something that you guys are down to do later down the line, we definitely would love to get that set up. I even saw in the video you guys were promoting the Twitch stream, which is pretty sick as well. Awesome. Yeah, man. So Z, any chance that it loaded up for you on that side? If not, brother, don't stress it. We put you in the last minute spot over here.
Yeah,
something's working here.
All right.
Working now.
Let's go.
Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna shrink the boys here. I'm gonna make him the star of the show right now.
So if you guys are watching, so that robot in the middle right now, he's got the blank one, and once the mix bots drop, you're gonna have one of the custom cool ones that you saw in that video earlier, and that, like I said, those will affect the way you race. And so the ones watching, if you see the 3 cards in the bottom, blue is defense, red is attack, like throw a weapon, and then the purple, I believe, is just offense. And it's 3 laps, about a minute for each lap, and the whole goal is just to beat the guy. And as I was doing, he's collecting the pulses because that powers up the ability to play those cards. So you got to manage your health, your mana, which is those pulses at the bottom, because that's how you're using spending the money or the pulses to activate those cards. So a lot, it seems simple, but a lot going on to get really good at it.
Yeah, you guys really made this doesn't even feel at all like a card game. Nothing against card games by any means, because strategy games are they're some of the biggest games in the world. But this is just such a different experience altogether. It doesn't even feel like a card game, but it is definitely strategic. How you play it, how you balance it with the mana. Do you play the late game? Do you play the early game?
Mm-hmm.
It's really going to depend on your profile type.
And if you see the health of your competitor getting weak, you just start throwing weapons at them because it crashes them out. And also, if you pay attention to the tracks as you're going, as you get better, tons of Easter eggs in there. Like we've taken like a ANCIENT8 that we own, put it in there. Later on, we'll throw like Mad Lads, and that's the whole goal, is just like populate Easter eggs with cool crypto stuff.
Love it. Bringing the whole Web3 culture straight to the game.
And then in the future, what we plan in 2024 is cruise, right? So our goal is as a relationship with you guys at Ancient 8 keeps developing. You guys have a lot of players, activity. We're like, you know what? Let's collab. Let's make an Ancient 8 arena, and you guys let the community then decide what are the game modes. How many wins do they have to have? What is this? And then if Ancient 8 people come and play, do they get extra bonuses? Like, this is the stuff that's going in our heads that we're looking forward to in 2024.
No, absolutely. Ancient 8 Arena, that just sounds too fire for us not to implement. So that's gonna be a must for sure. Especially we got some pro guys at the top in Vietnam, man. We got to make sure that they're representing hard.
Yeah.
Sick. Ooh, that boy Z got the finish. Let's go. GG's. My guy. Good work. All right, boys. Well, I don't want to keep you guys all too much longer here. We're pulling up on the 1.5 hour mark almost. I really appreciate you, Pavel, for jumping on here with us. Appreciate you guys as well, Willis, Zyrek, Ronald, for joining us on our first ever live stream podcast, AMA, whatever you want to call it. We did the thing. We're just hanging out here, chopping it up with Mixed Mob. To everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for joining us as well. This will not be the last time we do this. We'll definitely have some more collaborative streams to come really, really soon. Also, to our 5 winners, be on the lookout. We will be sending over the rewards for those of you that got your questions chosen. And for those of you that didn't get your questions chosen, don't worry, guys. We're going to be doing these type of events really, really often. Oh, before I forget, by the way, we also have an event going on right now on space3.gg for Mixed Mob. So there are some rewards to be won on that side as well. So if you guys haven't checked out space3.gg, go check that out. We got a mission live right now for Mixed Mob. And if you guys aren't already following Mixed Mob on Twitter, be sure that you're doing that. Jump into the Discord, get active with the community. As you guys heard, there's lots of exciting things coming down the pipeline on the Mixed Mob side, as well as Ancient 8. We got a lot of big things coming for you guys in the coming weeks here. So yeah, I'll leave the floor for you, Pavel. Any last things you want to share before we get up and out of here?
I want to appreciate you guys, Willis and Zyrek, for being patient with everything. Ronald, Quan, Ancient 8, for everybody, the difficulties we had. Awesome questions. This is the vibes I like. I left Manila with like, yeah, I love the crypto gaming vibes. And we continued in these communities. And again, anybody who's watching, definitely, if you want the biggest alpha, just get into the Discords now. Big things, token-related stuff is happening. The game needs it. There's cool stuff happening for the next month for Flip Web 2. So the earlier you get on, increases your chances for the best stuff. That's all I can say.
100%. We're on the mission to flip Web 2, baby. Let's go. Zyrek, Willis, Ron, any last words from your guys' side? Please, by the way, guys, if you're not already following these gentlemen, make sure you follow them over on Twitter. You guys can also even drop your handles in the chat if you want to go ahead and do that. But easy to find. Just go check out ANCIENT8.gg. These guys are all over the main Ancient 8 page. You'll see their tweets reshared a lot up and down. Any last words from you guys?
If you're following Zarek and Willis, make sure you're following me. Otherwise,
For sure. For sure.
These are the guys to follow, man.
Ron sneakily got some more content coming for us real soon. We've been seeing the little videos he's putting together. He's got some stuff coming for us.
Yeah. I'll be posting some more. Yeah.
Awesome.
Just want to say thank you for joining us today, Pavel. And yeah, definitely want to be trying to improve my skills in Mixed Mob. So thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, everybody.
Z, any last words from your side?
Yeah, thank you to Pavel, and thanks to everyone who's watching. Love you guys.
Awesome. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Pavel, we'll catch you real soon, brother, on the next one.
Okay, guys.
And everyone take care. All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Quan.
Where's Quan?
Where
is Mr. Quan?
You forgot to change your name.
That's you, bro.
Well, are we still live?
Oh, you're welcome. That's my Vietnamese name for those of you who didn't know.
Oh yeah.